Thanks for sticking with us, everybody. We stopped underneath this tree to get in the shade and found it already occupied by a family of goats. They were pretty calm and quiet as they sat there, and we had a beautiful view of the Pacific Ocean in the distance, and then noticed this local gentleman walking up towards us, and he actually stopped in and had a conversation with me, and I'm going to let that audio play out. He was very nice, man, and he lives right down at the bottom near the coast down there, and told me that he was a fisherman. And at one point there, whenever he found out that we had some issues with where we were staying, he tried to get us to come and stay with him at his house and have dinner and meet his family. And of course, we didn't have time to do that. But anyway, this guy was really interesting. Very nice man, Dionisio.
Yeah.
This your home here?
Yeah. Your home is very beautiful.
It's very beautiful.
It's nice. Oh. Ay!
Salamat din po, sir.
Yeah.
Ako kay sir, talaga po, kahit first time, una po ko kayo nakita.
Ay,
Hindi
salamat.
po kayo katulad ng ibang
Ano po?
yung parang hindi kabilang po yung bilong sa for family. Hindi po,
Opo.
iba po yung dating ng hindi nila pinapansin, walang pagpapaalaga po.
Ay, kami po hindi. Ang asawa ko po hindi ganyan.
Salamat po, sir.
Mabait po yan. Nakikipag ano po yan.
United States.
Ay, sure.
Ano pong pangalan nyo, kuya?
Dionisio Rodriguez.
Dionisio, okay po.
Ako ay yung agent po ng STL waiting po.
Sweating. Opo, sweating. Gambler, ha?
Yes.
Okay, we go na. Okay, kuya. Nice to meet you po.
Look in YouTube.
Opo, makikita nyo to. Ayan, sige.
Hi, thank you.
Shout
Shout
out.
out, Mega TV.
Very good. Thank you
Ulitin mo,
very
kuya.
much.
Welcome.
Welcome here in the Philippines, sir.
Salamat. Okay, we're continuing on down the road. I'll fill you in on what happened in Calatagan. And I made a reservation on Agoda to stay at a campground where they had these really nice cabins with air conditioning, and they were very close to the beach. And whenever we got there, they had a pup tent set up over on the side with a air mattress in there and said that that was my room. And of course, it's pretty hot in Calatagan. You're down at sea level, and I just don't think I could have survived very many hours inside of a pop-up tent, the kind that you set up as a kid with the poles and the canvas. And Jen and I, neither one, we could have handled a full night in there. It was almost like being inside of a toaster oven. So we ended up hopping on the motorcycle and headed back towards the direction of Lipa and stopped in Limery, which is another coastal town. And you can see we stayed at the Royal Grand Resort. That's where what you see in the video now. It was very overcast and about to rain by the time we arrived there. So I apologize for the pictures, but you can see they had a decent setup out back with a lot of kubos you could rent and barbecue, and the beach is right down here. It's not a white sand beach like it is in Calatagan. It's more of a brown to black sand, but it's very fine and clean, just like the sand that you'd find at a beach in the U.S. Then I stood and watched these guys for quite a while. They're fishing, and they have these little harnesses that they put around their waist and hook up to the rope, and they back up as they pull in these huge fishing nets from out in the ocean. They take the net out by boat and drop it off, then they row back up and hook up and pull it back in on foot like this using muscle power. Pretty amazing. The guy at the back of the rope, when he gets to the fence, he unhooks and goes back to the front, hooks up again, and they keep on pulling. I just didn't want to stand here and wait until it takes them about 30 to 35 minutes to pull that big net out from where they take it. They take it out there about a good 300, 400 yards and then pull it back in. But he says they catch quite a few fish in there. So then we're walking back through. I'm going to try to hop in the swimming pool and cool down a little bit because it was a pretty hot ride today down at sea level, much different than being up at Lipa or up in Tagaytay where the temperatures are nice and cool. When you get down around sea level, it's pretty hot here this time of the year. Whenever it's during high vacation season, I'm sure this place is rocking, but for Jen and I, we were the only ones here on a Tuesday in the middle of the week. It's not like big vacation season here in the Philippines right now. The water was nice and cool. It felt good. I swam around a little while, and enjoyed it. Kind of wiped the dust and grime off of my body from the road. But as you could see, it's another just beautiful drive. The scenery is you can't describe it in words. And sadly, guys, I'm really sorry, but my camera does not come close to capturing how beautiful that is out there when you're riding along on the motorcycle. There's a lot of times it's really hard to just pay attention to your driving and the road because you keep seeing stuff all over the place. As you saw back there, there was one rice paddy that was dry, and they're waiting for the rains to come because it rains quite a bit in the rainy season, and the rainy season does start this month in June. But then you saw the one rice paddy that was irrigated, and those guys were out there working those water buffaloes, and that was rice they were working out there. So this place here where you see the lovebirds, this is back at the outskirts of Lipa City at a restaurant that we've been wanting to try for a while. It's called the Secret Base, and I've heard that they have pretty good chami here, which is a noodle dish that's a kind of a staple food here in the Philippines, but I really like chami, especially if it's made well. That's what you saw I ordered in an earlier video when we were at Binox, but I wanted to try it here as well. It's really cheap. It was only 100 pesos for the chicken chami, so 100 pesos each for Jen and me. And then I got a bottomless iced tea, which is a red tea, but I drank about 4 glasses of it because it was so hot. But anyway, the chami was delicious. And well, we appreciate you guys joining us. Thanks as always. We'll see you on the next one.